What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, beings of all sizes? How is everybody? What's up, Talon? War, thanks for coming back for the second month. Appreciate it. Cobra, oh, Butts. We'll call you Butts. Uh, so, today is real. What's up, Dimitri? Today's real, slow. I think that's the best way to put it. Slow. Razor, what's up? Yeah, it's I had to reinstall some shit. There we go. There. That should be better, right? So I got a I upgraded from upgraded.
Bruh.
So still louder than me, no shit. There we go. Okay. Alright, that's so more. God damn, son. You gotta have some background. Alright. Alright. So right now shit's all kind of messed up, right? I had to reinstall some stuff. I upgraded from Windows 10 to Windows 11 again. The first time it wasn't too bad, like it was whatever. The last time, just now, god damn, this thing's showing my mic's cranked the fuck up. So, alright, you should be okay. But I keep getting errors and shit when I'm doing stuff, and the mouse has like that constant wheel on it, and I can't get rid of it. I've tried updating. I had at one point like the security center disappeared or didn't. It was saying I need to install an app. You are the app. So today or tomorrow, I think I'm just going to nuke everything and start over, which sucks. Yeah, it sucks. Because honestly, the hardest part is going to be rebuilding the stream stuff. But I'm going to keep my files, it's going to nuke all the programs because something's going on with it. So, what's up, Bish? So I was like, I'm looking through the account, right? And I'm trying to think of what to do, right? I don't really have anything to jable with. Like the Dadtastic boxes. I don't have enough Ashlight chests. We got good packs tomorrow, but we have the account the update tonight. So it's kind of like everything is just dead. I don't know. We didn't really have that many rallies going on today. It was dead. So I don't know. I've been doing a bunch of shit like outside the game because that's what I do. Been trying to what's the word? Like I've been trying to dig into the deals and stuff like that, and I'm just kind of, what do you do? I'll tell you. I am waiting. I'm trying to decide. So I'm trying to decide because I wanna bless this one first, right? What's up, Wolf? It's gonna take a lot of brushes. It's gonna take a lot of everything, right? But I only need 65 more golds. So what do y'all think? Do I? Because I want to bless something because it looks pretty, right? But I want to bless it the right. I want to bless the right shit. So I can hold out, and we'll like pause on the upgrades on artifacts so I can get this blessed, and because I really need to do like another 4 to 5 here, but I don't have any that are I don't have any 4s that are even close. So, and I really don't need another purple right now because I'm getting a purple duplicate's pretty good. So I think we're at that point with artifacts where it's kind of got it's like the next wall, right? You're gonna keep hitting little milestones, and you'll realize your milestones because it's like there would be like some upgrades, but it's not ideal upgrades. Or you can just wait a little bit longer. And I'm at the wait a little bit longer part. What's up, toilet? Uh, and yeah, even with purples, man, I got this one that needs to go up. So that's a thing with WoW. Even like a lot of WoWs are going on right now, and so 4.5 hours. But this isn't even like a real WoW. So KVK is coming this weekend. So why it just doesn't make sense to like go balls out for this WoW because KVK is just going to happen. So uh, CU Mason specifically came to visit. He wanted to come to a kingdom where he knew he was safe because he got a couple of leads. So I'm not going to be on for streaming. 4.5 hours from now is going to be kind of late, and I do have work in the morning. So it it's our kingdom is dead. But like an hour or within 4 hours of us landing here, all the other guilds were out. All the other LH guilds that like to talk shit about, oh, you run when we land. Bitch, we landed with us and SQ1 and GBT. And I don't remember what guilds are here, but I don't think they could hit migrate fast enough. So, crying. I'm not making any crying streams. Gear check. Gear checks are. Y'all should know me, right? I am really like analytical when it comes to stuff. So I'm not just gonna like look and randomly say, oh, that piece is better. I want to know why it's better. Give it some kind of value. Like there's a lot of shit that goes into it. So when I try to figure out my gear, or if I try to figure out your gear, it's not like let me pull it up and see what you got. So, oh yeah, never mind. You're talking. Y'all do. Look, it's kind of like what we were talking about last time with the people that make those fucking GoFundMe's for the shit that they don't need. This is for my entertainment. My entertainment. If y'all find it entertaining, it's cool. If y'all decide to give me money, I ain't gonna tell you no. But my account, my account's progress is not reliant on gifts. So I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong, but other people, hey, other people do see things, do things, experience things, and carry themselves differently. I've always been of the mindset that I hate asking for help because then you'll end up owing somebody. But I'm also smart enough to know when I don't know. But yeah, I, but the question is it really free? Because ain't nothing in this world free. Uh, I don't have like we haven't really had much of shit to do. I don't really record uh, hits, right? 9 times out of 10, whenever we hit something, I'm getting on or I found something and I'm getting all the boys called in and it's I don't know. I guess I'm too new because one of the last things I'm thinking about is I gotta hit record. I got a button that says go live, so I'll have to look more into it. But honestly, we haven't really had shit to hit. Um, so let's see. I remember last stream. God, the stuff that gets posted on our Diplo, it's hilarious. Or I did have somebody ask me again for my account. If I ever quit the game, to just give them my account. Sure, sure. Get in line. So, but now, yeah, CU is Woody's Guild, but I know they're not LH. They're the stuff on their Diplo is a troll. That's literally there to like mess with people, and it's hilarious. So whoever from CU came up with that idea, perfect. So let's see what we have. Is the mic? God damn it! How about now? Is that better? Yes, no, maybe so. The other question, and this is a very important one, and I did not want to gloss over it. The question was, has anybody, has our grand prize winner claimed his prize yet? If you look at how many gems I have, that's a no. So, grand prize winner has still not claimed. So, who knows? Tick tock, tick tock. He's got till Saturday. So, for my BOGO, I haven't looked at the packs tomorrow yet, but I heard that the tomorrow packs are going to be good. Today wasn't that great. Um, I guess I mean out of all of it, I could get a Frosty. Sand Sage, I'm really. Sand Sage, I'm slow rolling. Assault Jewels, I'm not really doing. Like there was nothing that screams BOGO on today's stuff. And I know some people did it for the Lunite, and this isn't a bad Lunite, but I don't know. For me, and again, it's just me, but for BOGOs, I want to use the BOGO on a $100 pack because I want to get the most out of it. I want to get the best return. So, depending on what tomorrow's packs are, I know there's no Lunite and there's no T5 crafting. So, but I think the good Astrolite's out. So if it's the good Astrolite, like the scaling one, if it goes like the 5, 20, 50, I might actually use it on the 50 because that's a good pack. Now, if they, by some grace, make it $100 scale, whew, sold. Well, we'll see. Uh, some camp testing. We can probably do some camp testing tomorrow. Like today, dude. When I tell you today has been, it's been dead in the game. But I've been doing like spreadsheet wizardry and all kind of shit. So, and then trying to decide whether or not I'm going to blast this computer and if I would have time to rebuild everything for the stream. So I didn't want to be under crunch. And I didn't want to miss y'all. But after this, I think I'll start the read. I'll start the nuking after the stream. Uh, so, Cobert, you haven't won yet. Just wait. The test roll was right. Hey, who knows, man? Lightning can strike, and you could potentially win it for real instead of the test roll. The winner. Who was it? I gotta see. That did so much fucking work. Oh no, it's gonna be on a different one. Where's the sheet? There. That is not the sheet. Son of a bitch. I'll have to look for it. I have. Oh, this is gonna be terrible. How bad would it be if I lost it? See, that's the problem with having too much shit going on. It's not on this one either. God damn. I have so many spreadsheets. And it won't show me in the no. See, I can go back and look at the video and see exactly who won. We're not. You wouldn't want me to pass your winnings on to somebody else. So don't make me do it for somebody else. Do as thou wanted to have, whatever. Don't do on to others. There you go. So be nice. Be nice. The Father's Day pack, I don't know. Like the Father's Day pack really kind of depends, right? It doesn't scale. I think it's good for like $5. But I mean, especially if you need Star Scrolls, or if you're still building gear from Hoot Claw, or if you're still building gear from like drops, and then T5 gear, of course, the Steam Path chests are good. I mean, it's a for $5 it's decent, but it doesn't scale. So I wouldn't do the. What is that? It doesn't scale, so I wouldn't do more than 5. Because I don't. It's kind of on the verge of being okay now, and when it doesn't scale, that's an easy skip. And I really do want to finish this, but I mean, it's range attack, and that's great, and the crafting gear, that's great. But I'm not hurting, so yeah. With my luck, it's terrible because it is a gross gamble. So, I mean, the only guarantee is the artifact coins and the Star Scrolls. That's it. And some gems. So yeah, we know how that's going to turn out for me. Oh, that's what it was. So some of y'all were, I guess, wondering what my blast stats were. And right now, I actually have all my jewels done right, but we don't have any forts. So I can show you what it is without forts, and we can just figure it out. And this is the only one. I want to make sure everything's good. This one's gonna be good. Yeah. I think all the jewels are good. Yeah. That doesn't matter. So let's see. How's fucking. It has been a while since I've actually looked at this too, so. Okay, so no forts, 10, 47, 93. That's going to be my hardest one, like my biggest one. So, and what do forts add? Forts add 25. So that's pretty good. 1070 something. 1072, 93. I ain't into the 1100s yet. We'll get there. I think we'll get close because I did do the 2 on the helmet. I don't know why, but I corrected it early, thankfully. So I think range is going to be my lowest. And the reason, okay, so I'll this is one of the things I was looking at too. The reason my range is my lowest, it could be higher, but instead of using another cup, I used the blessing. The cup would be great, but I would need that 6th cup because I'm not rejuveling cups for that shit. I'm going to do more imp hits than anything else. Chances of you doing range hits are kind of slim. So if I had to like tell you what sets to build up more or which sets to prioritize, I would put range last. So, and you know, whenever this cup gets red, maybe I'll take a look. But it also gives me more HP and stuff. But it's not. My range is low, 991. So I'm like 8.5 points off of 1,000 with no forts. Which, if I did the what's it called? If I did the cups, I would be over 1,000. I'm not rejuveling for that because it's something that rarely happens, right? Now Cav, I got some decent stuff. I got the +12 helm, but it's not as pretty, I guess, as the other one. So let's see. So we have Cav, and I think Fury's still going. So 1026. So what was the other one? Like 1040 something. So like 20 points behind roughly. But not terrible. I mean, I'm okay with it. Oh, you know what? I just remembered why my stats are low. I don't have a prisoner. I'm such a slacker. I need to replace the prisoner, but it's again one of those KDs like, why? I don't really need to. So I don't know why I still make those every once in a while. What else? It's hard to do like an account overview on your own account because you've seen it so much. It's like, well, I got if you look at all those skins, yeah, I got all those. I will say that one of the best things I did was what is it for the Joker, because this is the most expensive one, right? So for this, you're gonna I don't remember. It's been a long time since I did the math, but like the last star is retarded expensive. So I 1%ed it. It's expensive, but I think I got it on the sixth or seventh one. So all of a sudden, it saved me probably like a couple $100. So what I've told people is for the fifth star, just 1% it, because you're gonna end up ahead. The chances of you, it says 90. You only got a 1% chance of winning. Let me tell you, you'll end up ahead in the long run. You'll end up ahead. So for most of the five stars, or for most of the fifth stars, I did that. Y'all are silly. Uh, Hunt gear, second set is almost there. I got one more piece after that, I think. The offhand. Once I finish the offhand, then my second gold is done, and I'll start on the purple set. Gold sigil just sitting in here, because why not? I just, I don't know. What do y'all do? Whenever it's like just super dead, what do y'all do? Like I rebuilt troops, right? Because I'm at 2.5. I'm back to full infirms. Uh, I don't want to do any of that. But like Black was saying, he wants to do some bat testing, and that's a good. I mean, that's a good way to use your time when it's dead, but that only goes so far. So, and I need to. I just want to find something to do. Like my lab's full, right? So this is like the I'll put it like this. This is the how do I explain it? It's like the calm before the storm. So I'm looking forward to the update. A lot of people are like, "Ah, it's gonna suck." I want to save judgment, right? So I wanna I wanna see it first. I just to me, I wish they would revisit some of the shit they've updated already. Like, do something with DA. Do something with Verge. Do something else with the adventure log. I mean, they have all these things that they put out, and it's like, oh, you did it. Thanks. Like, give me something else. I got 22,000. If they wait too long, the problem is people are gonna have so much shit saved up that they're gonna have to figure out a different way to release. Like, it just makes it harder. If they were updating that shit in the speed that they were updating these six-figure updates, I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the artifacts. That was a great addition. It's expensive, but it gave you something else to think about, and I love that. But Adventure Log, it, it could have been a lot better than it was. Adventure Log sucked. Uh, but it is what it is, right? Not everything's going to be a home run. It's like when you go to hit castles. Not every hit's going to be sweet. Sometimes you got to hit some shit. Uh, well, Black, when we do bat testing, it's limited. It's not going to be like uh, comp versus comp. It's testing with the same amount of troops versus each other, but different comps on the troops, like different uh, amounts of the troops. So your comp, did you just go get fat? You can't be that fat. 1.8? Man. It's like that's like a that's like a 20-year-old saying he's old. Fat. 1.8, you can still damn near one scroll over half the kingdoms that are available to us. That was one of the things I was looking at. One of the functions of things is to see what your migration costs are to different kingdoms and stuff like that. And I was just like, well, let's see what that is. I got a whole list. There's not many places I'm going cheap. So, but thankfully I have a decent amount of scrolls. 121, and I can get another 54. But I mean, it sounds like a lot, but for a true fat ass, it's okay. It's not great. It's not terrible. It's okay. So if I was a one scroll, I got scrolls for days, or years, or 120 something of them. So, a recreation. Black, I tell you what. I'm gonna let you do the math on how to recreate your comp, and you just tell me. I'm gonna be the dummy and just punch numbers in. You're gonna do that work because if you want to know, you can do that. Do that math. Because I'm used to doing it with like what is it, under 10,000 troops. So because you don't want it to be too little to where it doesn't really make a difference, but you don't want to spend a whole bunch of troops on just fucking around, right? So yeah, just see. I don't have line open right now because, of course, right before I go to start the stream, everything went to shit. My camera disappeared, sound wouldn't work. I was like, perfect. Like, perfect. So, yeah, that's definitely why this thing is getting nuked. Yeah, so I tell you, so they had that cash event, right? The top. I really didn't go. I did one spin. And it was all terrible. And it's not even loading. I don't get it. See, I did see that the next one is a solo Baron, and that's in what, 2 weeks, roughly? Yeah, about 2 weeks, like 10 days. About that, yeah. So that'll be fun. That's gonna be. It's not gonna be our turn, so it's gonna be the Chinese side's turn. So we'll see what they decide they want to do. I hope that they don't want to pick a dead ass kingdom or stay here or any of that nonsense. I know I chose the kingdom based on the thought of I want other people to be happy, and I hope that they do the same. But based on who it is, I don't know how they do their part, but based on who it is, if that person is a little more inward focused, we'll say, they might choose to go somewhere that's dead. So I hope not. But it's not my call. I have so much shit that I don't know why I, like, I don't know why I'm building this book. I don't know why I'm building this stupid ring. I guess one day I'll work on these, but I remember going through here and just getting rid of shit. I will tell y'all, and this is, I'll admit that I was a big dummy. Loco, I was being nice. Uh, so way back when, I can't remember what I was using instead. It might have been. So I was using a Frostwings sword, right? While I was trying to build up my Terra Lash, but Terra Lash wasn't being used. So I did have, thankfully, not everybody I surround myself with is fucking retarded. And somebody was like, well, why don't you use a saw? What? Yeah, saw. I'd never looked at it. I was like, and I had so much because the saw takes ancient blueprints from the Mecha Trojans. Let's just say I got a couple. So I literally built. I literally built the saw, and I could build another one from the ground up in one sitting because you were gonna have so much of this shit. So if your Terra Lash isn't great, this is a great alternative. Or if you don't have champ. So from a non-Baron fighting guild, how much troop does your filler go through with events, Baron? So, I'll do my best to answer your question, but you also have to take it with a grain of salt because different things we do different ways, and sometimes we spend a lot more troops than we probably should, and then other times we don't get a fight. So more often than not for WoWs we don't spend troops because nobody fights. The ones that do fight will probably, I mean, a few million T4. Um, we try to limit the loss on T5 as best we can. There's certain, like, especially before the timers are starting to wear down, because the way we do WoWs, if we do, it's either going to be over right when it starts, or it's going to go the entire distance. There's no real in between, right? So if it's going to be a fight, we're not really losing troops the entire time because you fill, you pull, you fill, you pull, you fill, you pull, until the timers go down, which is like 8 hours or something like that later. And you just don't take hits. And to honestly finish a while, because yeah, it goes into 5 minutes, but if you have a big fight, right? If you have enough guilds that are going against each other, those things can still go on indefinitely, but nobody can mess up. So that's, I mean, we're humans, right? We're going to mess up. But that's where you're going to start losing a lot of troops. And it also depends on the leads. There's a lot that goes into it. And then I know for us lately, for like if we have a fight at WoW, for the base, for the finale for the base, it's 100% T5. But that's why I say take it with a grain of salt, because it's going to come from my point of view, and we're I understand that troops are made to die, and you replenish them, and you know, chicks dig scars and glory lasts forever. So, but now for barons, the goal depends on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to hold, if you're trying to do the push, if you're trying to do just get points, like if you're doing just get points, you're blasting shit, you shouldn't really lose much of anything. If your leads are picking the right targets to go after, your troop loss should be absolutely minimal. If you're the push, then the idea is to have enough. You want to have enough people there to fill a rally, and probably you want to be able to fill a rally 1.5 times, because as hits are taken, you want people to reign. So you're going to lose if you're in the first group. You're going to lose more. You'll get more points, but hard numbers. Again, it really depends on your opponent. If your opponent's sending T4 weenie shots at you, you're not going to lose much. If your opponent's sending 100% T5 and he's a maxed out account, you're going to lose some troops. So I think I want to say uh, the last big loss that I took wasn't for Imp, because we have so many people in Imp and you don't have to worry about re-rains and stuff like that. Like we do 121k bats, so it's really low. But I want to say I lost like almost 3 million each T5, and it was probably like 4 million each T4, and that was like grueling. So on the worst end, that's what I would say. But I'm also a lead, so I'm throwing more shit in there. Yeah, it's rough. But if you're just kind of getting started and you're not doing barons and stuff like that, if you're just getting into doing barons, of course you're not going to be doing pushes. You'll be doing spears. So you'll start getting points, and eventually you'll get strong enough to where you can get to be the push. So get those points. Whatever you do, get those points. And I tell people, man, we got people that are other guilds that I've been in that don't do that stuff, and it's like, why not? If you get 20 something, if you get 20 people out of an entire guild, if you get 20 people, and say like 2 or 3 of them are leads, have them rotate, and you don't have to stay there the entire time. Like just have the leads rotate, hit some spears, get some points, goof off, cut up. But to just completely forego an event like that, especially an event that has a good reward, and it's a long road to get that reward, but it's got a good reward. Get in there sooner. The longer you wait, the more everybody else is passing you up. So, I know I went on about that. So, let's see. Yeah, Black. I like to think of our fights as it's either feast or famine. So we're either gonna get no fight at all or a drag out shit. There's no like, we'll fight a little bit. All right, you take it. No. People that come to fight us come for pride, and they kind of have an idea, I guess, what to expect. But I mean, we don't have any imps, but we lay dick down on them. So come on if you're coming. Crimson packs do you need to make gold chest? Well, JT, if you have my luck, because the crimson chests crimson chests are guaranteed. I'll pass it up. But if you want to guarantee a gold chest, let's see. The gold chest is 10. Crimson packs? Oh, you mean the rising? Well, so Loco's here. Loco Loco opened over 11,000 boxes for me, and think the Rising Champ is kind of like the what's it called? Yeah, it scales, right? So you get a decent amount. 11,000 chests. I didn't get a no golds, zero. So it depends. It depends. On the flip side, I've had a couple of pulls. I would get in one full round of Rising. I think I like two natural golds. Like there's well, everybody's got their own way of opening shit, right? And I tried uh, all kind of different ways, and I'll tell you, for me, the thing that worked the best, and this is just for me, was 50s. Like I've tried all these weird ass numbers. I've tried just not putting in numbers and just kind of touching it in the middle, and wherever it falls, it falls. Nope, 50s. That just happened to work for me. So uh, I'll come back to that question, JT. Let's see. We have T5 gold plus mix set. I don't know if 10 million, 10 billion, Jesus. 10 million T5 is too much for. Uh, you don't need 10 million T5. I am way too fat with T5, and I will definitely lose some of this for this Baron just because I don't need this much. I originally did the calculations on T5 with depend it for again for your account. If you have 8 armies to send, I did the calculations based on DA. So 8 armies times 3, it's 800 times 300 plus 375, and that's what I did. And then I got retarded. So I think normally I like to try to keep my comp somewhere like 2, 4, 12 or something like that. Like, and it's just that seems to be good, but 2, 4, 12 might not seem like a lot of troops. Who's hitting me? I don't think I need that many troops. Like, nobody is going to look at this. JP quit. Nobody's going to look at this and say, let's hit that. I think I'm safe. We'll see. Even if, though, with the troops I have, and when I'm in talents and in gear, man, I could probably go on vacation. I think we've talked about this before. I could probably sleep if I close my phone, go to sleep, dead like a rock. I can probably get a whole night's rest, and then pick up my phone and see, oh, they're on their 150th rally. I guess I'll swap forms. So, even getting countered with the stats and shit I have, I don't think I have anything to worry about. But when I was smaller, when I was smaller, I had less research and stuff done. I definitely had less gear. My troop count was a lot bigger. So let's see. Bish, those might be a good rate for you. Do I think a champ chest is necessary? Absolutely. The range and cav one. At least one. There is. You don't think of it right away. Like, you're like, I can be food positive with a gold chest. But what? How much is that really going to make change? Like it does not. That's not that big of a thing, right? Absolutely. Being food positive is like it just puts you in another tier. Like there's going to be like we were talking about artifacts. You're going to have different milestones. A gold champ chest, consider that a milestone for your account because now all of a sudden you can hold food. And there's going to be some times that you're going to forget to hit the button to lower your upkeep, and you're going to run out of food. But you can just get it back, and just have all farms, and you'll sit pretty on food. Then you'll put a whole shit ton in your bags. If any, like gold champ chest isn't just good for being a champ chest and champ gear, but it has quality of life too. And it's hard to put an actual value on the quality of life of being food positive. So, absolutely, I tell people if you're gonna do champ, the chest is expensive and it hurts, but I say that a gold chest, or really, you're gonna finish one piece at a time. The people that work on all these different pieces drive me batshit crazy. Work one piece at a time and finish it. Go all the way. Go to Mythic. If you're gonna go to gold, just finish it. So that way it's never looming like this stupid gold imp chest is for me. Learn from my mistakes. Also, don't do imp. Learn from my mistakes. You got yours in 5 or 6 full. Jesus. I might need somebody else to open up boxes. Jeez. The minimum stats for being a rally lead. So, depends on your kingdom. I think, especially with the updates, right? With the familiars. I think for a decent rally lead, you're going to want to have a few. 1K. No. That's a different tier. So for a decent rally lead, for a lead, right? You're going to want to have, I mean, of course you're going to want to have your P5 familiars, but I think to kind of get your feet wet, like 800 blast. I think 800 blast is good enough to get started leaded. You're not gonna have big 12 million hits, but you're still gonna do some damage, and counters are huge. And if you're doing P5, the P5 familiars, yeah, you'll start seeing some good numbers at around there. So that's not to say if you're in a newer kingdom, 800 could be way off, right? You kind of got to take what it is, what's around you too, in a context. So, if everybody around you's in non-champ gear, you can probably get away for a lot less. But to me, I think if you can break 800, you can start leading. I think it's just a good bar. So let's see, LH with 100 parties. They don't do 100 parties. We'll throw that shit out the window. They may have used to do that, but the last couple of when's the last time I did it? For 100 plus? Please. Now they might claim that they have 100 plus. I want to see the reports and say they're all full. Because last time they had like 28, 29, and they had a couple of rallies that weren't even full. So why even send them? You're sending them just to say, oh, I was a part of this big ass LH party. No, bitch. You were a part of a ramen fest full of noodles. So, try again. Now lick some boots. Because you're an LH, and that's what you do. Let's see. Has anyone rallied me after I lost a year? Yes. I think I told this story. I had lost my lead And I'll even show you who it was. So I lost my lead, and we were in a kingdom, and DNA was our opponents. They were good. They fought a lot more than we did. I wasn't in this guild. And Papa Hulk knew that I lost my lead, knew I was online, knew I was in fury, and decided he was going to set a rally on me. It was probably the first. It was probably the first player rally I took when I wasn't shitty anymore, if that makes sense. Like, because you know that there's a limit to your. If you're not a trap, and you're like 200 or 400 million might, you're gonna hurt, right? If you're a billion might, it's maybe not gonna be so bad. I think he hit me, and we were closer. Of course, we're both fat now, but we were closer to like 1.5. I want to say. So when he hit me, or when he set on me, I was nervous because at that time he was stronger than me, or so I mean I want to say he was stronger than me, but then I mean even without a lead, you still have the stats, and people are like, you don't have the war stats. It says you do. Read it. But even if I had less, I definitely had less troops than I have now, and all I did was counter it. So, and he noodled, and I was good, and he didn't set again. So I was like, but that's also, so there's another milestone for your account, and you'll know when you hit this one. And I'll tell you, no matter what, your nerves are gonna be bad. The first time, you intentionally go to sleep without a bubble, with your leader out, in gear, maybe, anti-up. But the first time you go to sleep with no bubble, that's a milestone. So, think of that. But then the first time you go to sleep without a bubble and your leader's in somebody else's prison, that's a little bit longer down the line. What did I miss, Ray? Where is it at? Oh, shit. I did miss it, sorry. What troop is needed for someone you'd rally to cap you? Wait, what do you think? What troop count is needed for someone you'd rally to cap me if his stats are around 550? I can tell you I walked back from 77 million. So again, so the stats were like 550. If you're online and countering, that would be different. If I'm getting a counter, it depends on if you're a wedge, but best case, I mean, take it for what it's worth. I walked back from 77 million troops. So, more than that? We'll go with that. We'll go with more than that. And I apologize for missing it earlier. Yeah, I haven't seen what my cap is, because it's usually I'm just going at something stupid. 9 times out of 10, I'm usually the first one hitting shit. So Yeah. So, Deesh, what do you think in game now is more fun or more shit? I'm a adrenaline junkie. Player rallies are fun, right? But I live for the events. Barons, DA. I love DA. Um, I would love it more. It's starting to like not be so fun because you don't fucking get no fights. Uh, but I think I like Barons more than anything because imps are kind of fun. They're long as shit, and we're not doing a push, so I'm usually just kind of watching a couple of targets that I want to smack on another screen, and whenever they release, I release, and I take I take a bunch of points on. So, and my fillers take a bunch of points, but I think the more exciting stuff now is the Barons, for me because of how we do them. Right, where when everybody's on the calls and we got coordination and shit going on. That's to me that's where it's like there's a camaraderie about it. So you're in the trenches together, and I like that. But everybody's got their different stuff, right? That's just for me. So let's see. Yeah, Black. I mean, 757. There were 100 party rallies on both sides. Were they all full? 100 plus will be an imp only. Yeah, but they've had chances to do it. Why haven't they done it before? Like an imp. Why not? Do you lose much stats when your leader's capped? Well, you're gonna lose some because that's the whole. You're gonna be stuck in different gear. You're gonna be stuck in different talents. You're just. It's not gonna. You're not gonna have it. How it felt to first rally. So for my first rally I led, I wish I had it. I don't think I didn't save it. Can you tell I'm a look? I keep shit from way back. Oh, it's a poor soul. So, um, well, I mean, if we're talking if we're strictly players, right? So you're gonna cut your teeth on leading DNs and stuff like that, and honestly, they're a good way to get started because you'll start to have to figure out how to counter comps and how to counter uh, formations and stuff like that. So don't take DNs for being bullshit. It's a way for the up and comers to cut their teeth. Now, I don't remember my first player rally. I wish I did. I wish I still had the report saved. Uh, I will tell you though, I the first time I can I can I can tell you that I would guaranteed I'm nervous, right? And I got all these people that are putting their faith in me with their troops, and my first player rally was not in this guild. It was in another guild that I was in that was kind of hard to fill. So I had some people that were sending like 300. So I'm sitting there thinking to myself like, this has to go well because then nobody's going to put their faith in me. Like I put so much weight on my first hit that I really shouldn't have because one thing everybody should understand is that, you know, some hits are going to be good, some ain't. But you're not going to know if it's good until you try. So get out there and try. And the biggest thing for you to do is not, don't do dumb shit. And what I mean by that is to show a little bit of knowledge that, I mean, everybody's going to know that this is your first rally or your first couple rallies, or you're new to it. They're going to have to understand it. You're going to make mistakes, but one of the mistakes, like, you should avoid mistakes that are easy to avoid. The biggest one for me, and I always tell people this: if a target is online, if you have a rally set and a target shows online, and that target is not in Fury, don't waste your time, because they can port, they can shield. If they port, you got to waste carps, and then they can shield. Just don't waste your time. Go find something else. So that's probably like rule number one when it comes to rally leads. Don't waste your troops. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your fillers. All that. So, but the only way you're going to get more comfortable is by doing it more. I'll tell you, the thing that made me the most nervous was the first time I was doing front testing, anti-testing, and then setting, because I did the whole thing from start to finish on my own, and it had to be right. That I think was tough, but again, the more you do it, the better, the easier it's going to be. When I do my trainings, it's what is it? Comfortable, or competent, comfortable, competent, confident. Yeah. So you want to be competent, right? If I teach you how to do it, by the end of the class, you are competent. You know what you need to do and what you need to work on, and basically I give you homework, right? And then the next step up is going to be competent or comfortable. And once you're comfortable, you have a good feel for it. You still question it. It's going to take some time. You're going to still have questions. And the best thing I can tell the people I teach is ask questions. If you are testing something and you're in our guild and you're like, I think I tested it in front, but I'm not quite sure, one of the multitudes of other people can test for you and confirm whatever you got. And it helps solidify it. I'd rather somebody say I'm not 100%. Can you try it and let me know? And absolutely. So, and then the last one is comfortable, and that's kind of like the pinnacle for me anyway. It's because of how much I've done it and what kind of drops I know to expect from my tests. I at this point I can confidently assess whether or not a target is getting countered, if they're in talents or not. I, I can make the adjustment, like the subconscious adjustment in my head based on gear and shit like that too, and that only comes with doing it a lot. So you can't think you're just going to jump to that level, but don't be too afraid to try. And yeah, it's once you start doing that, and then you take your test, you lead the rally, and you get a fat hit, there's no better feeling. So, but the first couple ones, you're going to be nervous. You're going to lose other people's shit. It's just going to happen. So, let's see. Yeah, 77 million. It was stupid. I wish I had that. Uh, yeah, it's a lot of this stuff is there's a lot of nuance to it because every account's built different. So I'm not trying to don't think the answers I'm giving you I'm trying to like get around and not answer or give you half answers. If anything, it's kind of half answers because I can't answer it from your perspective. So when the best thing I can tell you is how and you would have to let me know if it worked. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, yeah, we hit imps. Go offline and not have a an account backup, and we'll hit imp accounts. So uh, a report against Kingfisher. Do I have one? Oh yeah, Royal Wonder from October 30th of last year. It's a second hit, but still felt good. Cupid. I don't know why I have some of these. Why do I save this? I don't know why I have some of this shit saved. This was my first Paladin, so I have a date, February 28th. I don't know why I got... Okay. Uh, this is in DA. That was. Let's see. Yeah, I don't remember the name of the account. But we did 01. This is another reason I like to have some of these old reports, because sometimes it's nice to go down memory lane, man. Like, oh man, I just horse fucked this guy. It sucks when you can't look at it, but that's pretty. He barely walked away. I told y'all what I do with barons and imps, right? Just saying. It's gross. It's gross. It's a 2-1 on. Yeah. We got Flung Poo. Well, everybody knows Flung Poo. I barely won that one. Let's see. It's Leo. Some A stuff. Mr. Moogly. Some fathettes. Right? Oh, look. JVT hit ace. Who'd thunk? So, some decent ones. It's not bad. Those are the things I like to see. I don't know. It just feels good to look at sometimes. The Hunter rally parties in 757. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like for the Hunter rally parties, are they actually 100 full rallies? Nothing's going on. So I'll tell you. I I think somebody told me his stats were like something outrageous. So if yeah, I want to say like he's got all the blast sets maxed out. So I would venture to say yes. But yeah. Well, so we have the new update coming in 6 hours, roughly. A little bit under 6 hours. They say it's going to take 2.5 hours. Who thinks? Who thinks they're actually going to be done in 2.5 hours? But at least they're giving us 600 gems and 6 speed ups and 12 training speed ups. They ain't no. If they take 2.5 hours, I'll be shocked. So, yeah, it's always an extra. It's always extra. Uh, 833's Tempest. We'll take a look. I don't see. I see Priz. Where's Grolf? TWK. Come on. So somebody was talking about this kingdom. I'll just put it like this. No shot. I'm certainly not. The to each, I'm not here to. I don't want to bash anybody, right? But there's different leagues of guilds, and it would not be fair. It wouldn't be fair for us to land on TWK. There might be great people there. They're at different stages of the game than we are, and some of them have mythic champ sets, full mythic champ sets. It's it would be mean. I'll just put it like that. It would be mean. Like, I want to see. $41 stars. And is tempering non-champ gear when he has champ gear. But yeah, and even if we did land there, they certainly ain't staying. We've landed in kingdoms where TWK happened to be before, so it's not like we haven't, but it was TWK was never the target. There was always something else in that kingdom for us to go for, because I mean, they make the smart move, and the smart move is to move. So, yeah, I mean, that's the thing, Black. So you don't know. It's every guild has their internal shit, and if we weren't there at the time, we don't know exactly what would happen. Uh, it could just be, attrition, right? Leads bigger, like leads could have outgrown them and just wanted to do something else. And one of the problems is whenever stronger accounts start leaving, it starts a little bit of a domino. The thing we didn't have to worry about it is because losing Ace was tough, right? but we have like 30 leads. We have, we have 30 SSQ leads, and we hold our standards for leads a little bit higher. So for us to have that many, again, it sucked losing a great account like that. But you ain't special. It sounds like an asshole thing to say, but it's one of those things that helps kind of keep everybody in check too. Like, it's hard to get a big head when you're surrounded by a bunch of big motherfuckers, right? So, uh, but don't get me wrong, I was in other guilds, man, where our best lead left, and that started such a domino effect. Like, by the end of it, all of our actual like player leads were down or gone, and that's how Bean became a lead. Because if my guild didn't have one and we didn't have anybody that was willing to step up, well, god damn it, I'm gonna help fill that role, and that's how I got like moved. It was a motivational thing for myself, but that's why I motivated myself, or that's what motivated me to become a lead, because we had lost ours. And yeah, it's tough. It hurts. Not so much here. It still sucks because there's people, I consider friends that have moved on, but it is what it is. Nature of the game, nature of life. So, the Princess has full champ, yes, I know. That's why I was playing off of it a little bit, because I remember when he was so excited to finally finish his champ set. More power. Like, that's another milestone too. I don't want to take that away from anybody, because a lot of y'all that are watching might not have a full champ set. I remember when I was building champ, I was like, there's no fucking way I'm making accessories. Those things are ridiculously expensive, and I don't see the point. I know the point now. And trust me, they're still expensive, but there's a reason they're expensive. So, it's HP. I tell y'all, don't forget about HP. HP. And there's a lot of it. So, but I did do the accessories last because of that. And that's what most people do too. Do them. If you're going to do champ, understand that if you try to limit yourself, maybe limit your spending, have a budget. But understand that once you start that road, you will finish. Because it's like a drug. Once you take a hit, you ain't stopping. It's too fun, right? Too fun. So, alright. I gotta eat. I am starving. It is well past my dinner time. And look, we had a chill, hanging out stream. I just kind of rambled on about some shit. You'd ask some questions. But we went 20 minutes over my normal stuff. So, yeah. I want to thank y'all for coming out. Y'all know, I'll tell y'all this every time, and I'll tell you every time. I love y'all for coming. I love bullshitting with y'all. I do this because I enjoy it. So, definitely come back and see. We have KVK is coming up. We have the new update tomorrow, and then I'll have the second stream on Wednesday. So we'll talk about the update probably Wednesday and see how it is once you get some in with it, right? Some time. But we'll also find out this weekend if the grand prize winner claims. If not, I gotta put another stream on the calendar. Maybe. So, alright. Love y'all. Thanks for hanging out. So, no matter where you are, I hope you have a good morning, a good evening, or a good afternoon. And until next time.